So, where are we today?
We are in the Bobcave today, and today we're looking at a submarine command torpedo launching panel.
I've just said I should speak less. Today we are looking at a submarine
Weapon control, if you like. We don't have the submarine here.
No submarine.
This is just the part of it. Now, what we have is the various functions of this device here. One of the interesting things to look at, these are called the captain's keys. You need these keys to make sure it's working. As I say, it's got training mode, casualty mode.
Let's casualty mode. That sounds sinister, doesn't it?
Yes.
Right, the phone's not actual casualty. No. Casualty mode, my goodness.
In casualty mode, we are really serious. In training mode, we wouldn't actually fire the submarine, fire the torpedo. These are for, and it's got like safe or fire.
Oh, hang on, as ever mind. Right, okay, got that one.
Right. There are lights underneath here. I don't have a
Right now, again,
power supply.
the main thing I've found about these videos is I follow your finger a bit. Right,
Oh,
so
right. Yeah.
your point.
Yeah. There are lights underneath these buttons here, but we don't have a connection to power those at the moment. These are other type of weapons control module, internal highway there for checking different parts to it to make sure it's all
So
going.
there's redundancy in checking the electrical systems beforehand.
Before anything goes, etc. And they're all the indications that if they're all green, there should be, in fact, yes, there's a button for test the lamps to make sure.
There's not a bulb done in the lamp. So redundancy is everything in this.
Yes.
Absolutely everything. Isn't it?
So when you are ready to go and set a torpedo off, this is the actual button. They would press this fire one when all stuff.
Surely there would be some kind of cover over this thing to stop a cleaner accidentally hitting it with a mop.
There's other ones which are not lit up, which are to do with preparing it, etc.
So would there be an order you hit the buttons in before?
Yes, the person who'd be operating it would do it, and they would be switching it to safe or fire mode. And in fire mode, if it was in the casualty mode, they would press this button.
So this isn't, you need two sets of keys to work it, it's whether you're...
No.
So are the keys different between the training system and the casualty
I think these are a universal set of keys. Hopefully it's not got the captain's name on here. Says
Captain Birdseye? You would have known that.
training mode, casualty mode. Yes, there's two different sets of keys.
Two different sets of keys.
On it too.
And someplace on the submarine these are going to be under lock and key.
And these are just covered over in case
The engineering on that is just beautiful, isn't it?
somebody's footering around with it. There's control over here. So that's basically, it's actually, as you can see, a blank panel. There's no connection to any submarine at the moment. And these type of panels are in fact made redundant, and the people buy them to use the gold contacts on the switches. They're all very high quality switches.
Again, Bob, flip it over and get the finger right on these. Do we know who manufactures the switches? Is this an off-the-shelf component?
Well, no, they're made by a company called Arrow, which makes switches.
Point again, Bob.
These are made by a company called Arrow.
Right.
Yeah.
And what do they specialise in? Just switch.
Switches.
And the gold contacts?
And they've gold contacts inside them.
Okay.
Similar with these. These have switches, of course, and lights in them because they light up as well. And
would it be would you even know? Would it be a similar panel for a nuclear weapon? Would it be an enhanced version?
Oh,
of
yes,
this?
it would be a much more sophisticated thing. Nuclear ones actually got, I think, a trigger, like a gun kind of trigger thing. But this is a torpedo firing one. And it says casualty mode, switching functions.
Casualty mode, that's just nuts.
It'll tell you about it there.
Some job they guys do, isn't it? Imagine being on one of these they boats. And
it's got a nice navy colour to it that they have on subs. It's just an interesting curio which I rescued from a chap who just bought it to rip the thing apart to get the gold off the switches. And
So people would travel around electronics fairs looking to
Yes,
try
yes.
to recycle the...
This was at an electronic junk show, and this is where it came from.
There's another beautiful object you showed me earlier on. Should we do one in that as well, Bob?
Yes, I'll briefly bring you across to this,
Well, maybe do a part 2 on it?
a part 2.
Yeah, so usual thing, say
Yes.
bye-bye to YouTube.
Bye-bye to YouTube,
Now
and
that-
thanks for watching.
Yeah, yeah,
Bob's
and that was fantastic. A launch mechanism for a torpedo.
Yes.
Okay, right, nice one.